Meanwhile, I've seen the most disastrous election announcement ever. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak overnight called an early election, which is already a bizarre decision given the polls put his Conservative Party more than 20 points behind Labor. He's heading for a smashing. But worse, he said that voters should back the way that he's been managing stuff. At the same time, he's shown that he couldn't even manage to check the weather outside before holding a press conference out there without even an umbrella, while a protester there was playing at full blast a sort of pro-Labor ditty, "Things can only get better."
Our economy is now growing faster than anyone predicted, outpacing Germany, France and the United States. And this morning it was confirmed that inflation is back to normal. This means that the pressure on prices will ease and mortgage rates will come down. This is proof that the plan and priorities I set out are working.
Well, the front pages let Sunak have it. You know, it can only get wetter and drown and out. Joining me from London's GB News presenter, Patrick Christys. Look, Patrick, I've got to say, what a stupid way to announce an election.
Absolutely appalling. The idea that they couldn't even organise an umbrella or a canopy or stop a bloke blaring a song at him whilst it was happening does not bode well for the quality of this Conservative campaign. But it is symptomatic of the kind of government, unfortunately, that we have had in recent history. He also chose to start his speech by reminding us all of that time the government locked us down for ages and smashed our economy to pieces with things like the furlough scheme. So that was an odd way to begin, but then things only got worse for the Prime Minister. Heavy rainfall. Things have actually got worse today as well, because it's emerged that the net migration numbers are out. They came out over here in the last half an hour or so. They are around 680,000 people a year in 2023. That is down from a record level of 760,000 people. Still astonishingly high, all of this under a Conservative government. There is one saving grace, though, Andrew. Nigel Farage, in the last hour, has announced that he will not be standing against the Conservatives at the next election. So Nigel Farage will not be doing that. The other question about all of this is the timing of this election, Andrew. We've got the Euros football, the Glastonbury Music Festival, school holidays up in Scotland, and crucially, I've had to cancel my honeymoon.
Oh, Patrick, I'm so sorry for you. I mean, that's bad luck. But let me take you back to the to Nigel Farage. He, of course, is the former Brexit leader. His Reform Party was hoping to make some gains, but I don't know. I don't think the polls were showing they'd win a single seat because it's winner take. You know, there's no preference swapping with your system. It's first past the post. Why would he rule himself out?
Well, I think, Andrew, the opportunity to go and earn quite a bit of money and, dare I say it, prestige following Donald Trump around America for the American election campaign is maybe a little bit more appealing than campaigning in wet and windy market towns in northern England. And so, therefore, I think Nigel Farage has made a decision that might not only suit his skin tan, his bank balance, but also maybe also his prestige in that sense. I think there is also a sense generally, Andrew, that let the Tories just suffer a massive kicking at the hands of Labour. Let Labour run this country into the ground for a couple of years. Everybody sees what a Labour government might actually look like. And then there could be the opportunity for some kind of re-emergence of a quotes-unquote truly Conservative party in Britain. I mean, that's a long game, isn't it? And unfortunately, we all have to suffer in order for that to happen. But maybe that is the best thing for the country in the long run.
So why did Rishi Sunak, with the polls as they are, right, saying, listen, sunshine, wet rat, you are going to be absolutely hammered if you go now, and it's gone now. Why?
Yeah. Look, the other breaking news about this last night was unbelievable, Andrew, which was that Conservative MPs last night, after he'd announced the election, tried to submit letters of no confidence in him to get him sacked to stop the election. It is a complete and utter farce. He's done it because, in his view, I think, he saw inflation was down to its lowest level for 3 years. I think he saw that other European countries are now trying to copy our Rwanda plan, which gives that a bit of a boost, doesn't it, really, in the face of Labour, who will reverse all of that. I think he just thought, look, This is, believe it or not, as good as it's going to get. The other very cynical aspect of all of this is that he's just had enough, actually. He's just had enough, and he thinks, you know what, let's just go to the country and put us all out of our misery. He could have gone for a longer campaign and let the Labour Party decide to eat itself apart. In the last week, the Labour Party has decided to make it easier to change gender, so that will be more blokes in women's changing rooms, and they've decided to make an enemy of Israel. So those are two things that the Conservative Party can hammer Labour with already. So we'll see what comes out.
Yes, we will indeed. But gee, the omens look terrible. But as that song was saying, as Rishi Sunak was standing wet in the rain, you know, things can only get better from there. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to prove us wrong there. Patrick Christys, thank you so much for your time.